Hello, fellow people of the Earth. I am Derry50 from Runecodes Productions, and today we are working on InvBackup again. So, anyway, last time we were working on the get player invs command, get player inventories command. That is working dandy fine. Sorry about Steam, but what we're gonna want to do now is try and make a sort of like a paged system, because for the amount of backups you have, you might want to have multiple pages. And then we wanted to try and figure out how we're going to deal with the backups. I think we should probably invert the list so that the newer ones are shown before the older ones, which should be a fairly simple thing to do. We just have to work on that. So anyway, I was thinking for a page, we should create a. I think we should create a new script, and call it paged string. And it'll pretty much be like an instance of that script will be created whenever we want to save a paged string. Like for my EasyMob Armory plugin here, I have under mob cache, I have all these different types of cache files that save different things for each mob. So, for example, if I open like the horse cache, saves if it's baby, if it's age locked, if it's tamed, who the tamer is. The horse's chest, the horse inventory, the color, everything in this one file, and that's accessed if I go to one of my spawner handler scripts. It's accessed through a hash map. I actually think it's in here. Yeah, there's all the hash maps for them. So we could do the same kind of thing and save a paged string to a hash map for the player. So in our InvBackup plugin, let's create a new method under the core category and call it just paged string. You might actually move this over to the player handler. Well, it's kind of a core thing, but yeah, it'll be fine. So public class page string, and I think this is what we want to do is create a basic constructor for this class. So public paged string, and I think for this we're going to want to retrieve a array list of type string. And then we want to ask for another integer along with the string list, and that'll be pages. So pretty much it will evenly divide the amount of we'll try. I wonder how we're gonna do it. Well, we'll work with it, but pretty much just the amount of pages. Or maybe we should do this differently. Maybe we should do amount per page. Maybe that would be better. That would work out a lot better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're good. Now we'll probably create a for loop. Let me just think about this for a second. Alright, I think I know what we're gonna do. Up here we're gonna create some variables for this file. So private array list string, well, this would be the strings, equals new array list string. Create the brackets. And we'll do this dot strings is equal to strings, and then we're going to create the private integer amount per page equals 0 for now. And then, sorry if you hear my dog whining in the background. And we'll do this dot amount per page equals amount per page. Okay. Now, I want to create some basic little methods. So pretty much this is, whenever this is accessed, it will just save this pretty much to a file, a new script for that, just for that player and a hash map. Pretty much like storing to memory. So let's just create some basic methods first. So public, and whenever you access anything, like when you access a player data type, like if I was to go, actually one second, I kind of want to explain this to you. So if I head over to the Bukkit GitHub quickly, let's just go to Actually, I want to go to the craft bucket because that's more of the actual code and not just the API. So let's go to main java org bucket craft bucket, and then if we go to like whenever I play craft, we'll do world for example. So the world is a type of that implements type world, which is a normal vanilla Minecraft world, and if it has all these variables saved here, like you can see here, chunk generator, everything, and then you can get these variables down here, or set these variables in some cases. So that's the same kind of deal with these kind of scripts here, except of course used for a different purpose. So if we do public get amount, or just get amount per page, I mean there's probably this is not really going to be used too often, but it's something that's it's going to help. These are the kind of things you need to have. I would recommend having kind of one of these constructors for everything in every variable in your script, because you never know when you might need it anyway. And then I want to return amount per page. It's very simple, very easy. And then public array list string get strings, and then automatically try and there you go. Alright. So basic methods. Now what we're going to want to do is create a void method that's going to actually send a message like this page string message. So public void send, and I'm trying to think here, because what we're going to do is the player needs to type in some sort of command or some kind of indicator to change the page. So just thinking for a second, maybe we wonder what command they would use. Be slash page, or it'd be with the IB prefix. So slash IB space page space number. Okay. So over here I'm gonna do if equals ignore case. And this is after the first command. And we'll just use the we'll also use P, just the letter P, just flip pages. We want to check that the length of the arguments is 2, otherwise we will return many null exceptions. And I don't think we'll have a permissions node for this, because in order to actually use this command you have to have a page cache saved for your player. So, I mean, in order to have that you'd have to have permission to do one of these commands anyway. So, that's what the command's going to be. So, now, I think what we should do, actually, is have some sort of list per pin. This is going to be kind of tricky. This is definitely going to be pretty tricky. I'm just going to think about this for a second so I don't have to bore you with just thinking. Alright, I think I may have it. So, what I was thinking of doing is creating a hash map per page. So, this hash map is going to be int, and then, I didn't think this through too much. Per integer, maybe an array list, string array list, and then we'll call this page string list equals new. Not sure how that's. No, I don't think that's how you format a hash map. Probably want to use that type of integer. I want to actually import hash map, and there we go. So I think we'll just call setup hash map. So we'll call this down here. And this will this will be a for loop, of course. For int I equals 0, colon, I think, no. Well, this is an easy way to do this. For string s strings. So for the amount of for every string that's in the array list string. Now I think before this, well, actually we'll add a little colon there. Int I equals. Wait, I'm not the best at formatting for statements. Maybe we should just do int I equals 0. Then every time this is run, I will be ++'d. So if this is the first string, I will be 1. Maybe we should do. Let's see. So we don't want it to be. We want it to split into array lists for the amount per page. So, oh my god, my dog will not stop whining in the background. Page string list dot. Okay, let me think about this even more. Takes me a while. I'm sorry. All right, so back here we also want to create a. By the way, once again, the reason that I keep having to pause to think is because I'm doing this right off the top of my head anyway. So yeah, that's why sometimes you may think I'm slower than other coders, but if you watch any other coding videos, that's my phone. If you watch any other coding videos, they sometimes they're just copying from other scripts that they've written before, but this is completely off the top of my head. So, I think we should create an array list back here of type string, temp string array list, or just temp strings equals new array list string. And now it'll keep adding to I, the integer I, and create a for, or we'll do an if statement. So if I, or if amount per page equals is equal to I. So when I is equal to, when I is reached the when the main string int has reached the amount of strings per page. Well, I should get another integer here. Pages equals 0. And page 0, if there isn't any, if in this, what will happen is this will be our kind of check statement. It'll actually check if a page string is required, because if the amount if it does never equals the amount per page, pages will always be equal to 0, and that means that it'll only show one page. So let's actually make pages an integer up here. And then what we can do is, if amount per page is equal to the current string integer, we can save. We can do pages ++, and then page string list dot put. I just want to make this a private void, because if this is accessed after this page string is created, problems could be could occur. So page string list dot put. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't even realize it for a while, but it stopped recording. I don't even know why it stopped recording. But anyway, this is what I did. If the amount per page is equal to, I'm not really sure where I left off, but if the amount per page is equal to the integer current, it adds to the pages that we have up here. this is I added something to the end of the temporary strings, which just adds the page number. So page, and then, like right to the temp strings array list here, and then we add the temp strings array list to the hash map by doing page string list.put pages, which is the current page number, and then the array list. And then we're going to clear the temporary strings so we can continue the for loop. Alright, so I did that. And we actually want to reset integer I here too, so I equals 0. Awesome. So, well, now that we've done that, I also added a get page option thing down here. I'm sorry that this all happened off camera. I'm not really entirely sure why it stopped recording. But I hadn't noticed it for a while because I hadn't looked at my monitor. But this will check if the page string list hash map contains the page integer that's being asked for, and if it does, it will return the page string list.get that page number, and if not, it will return no. It will return no page thing. Just pretty much it has to get an array list, so we have to add this array list anyway, and then we just say no page.add page not found, and then we return the no page array list just because it requires an array list. So now I tried to add a function max pages because I wanted to have page 1 out of 5 or 6 or so, however pages there are. So we kind of have to calculate it before. So what I did is I did max pages equals amount per page divided by the strings.size. And we actually, this is kind of backwards. So we're going to do strings.size divided by amount per page. And I'm not entirely sure if this will work. I really hope this works. But you know, I do pages, page 1. It'll be like out of 5 or so. So plus max pages. All right. So I hope that'll work. I'm not entirely sure if this part will work. It may not. If not, I'll have to do some searching because that's just something I haven't really messed with much in Java. Alright, so I think we have it. Get pages returns the pages integer. Get page returns page that is asked for. Alright, cool. Now we can go to our string handler script and add a new hash map. And since this is a kind of we don't have an instance per script. This will just be static. I don't know, a lot of people don't really like having too many static methods, but I really don't like having to share instances of scripts like this. It just seems kind of illogical. So in this case, not in all cases, of course. Public static hash map. I'm gonna store player name, or it'd be string, and then paged string. Player string pages, or player, or yeah, it's just your string pages. Equals new. I want to get rid of these things. Hash map string paged string. Alright, now I want to import our. I want to import hash map, import page string, and we're good. Okay. So now, what we want to do is when this command, what command? Let's just, where's that? Get player inventories. We want to, yeah, no. All right. Okay, player ims.add. Now we want to. We don't want to return player ims. What I want to do is now go string handler dot parse basic, or no. String handler dot string pages dot I want to do an if statement first. So if string handler dot string pages dot contains key, and I like just saving the player name to the hash map, just because it requires less memory. Saving the whole player class file sometimes uses up more memory than just saving the player name. So if string handler.stringPages contains key p.getName, we're gonna do simply string handler.stringPages.remove name. We might just up here do string name equals p.getName. Make it easier for us. Alright, and then we'll do out of the if statement, we'll do string handler.stringPages.put. Key is name, value is new paged string, and we're asking for the array list and the amount per page. So we're asking for player ins, and let's say we have around well, I'll just do 10 per page for now. I want to import page string. So that's how it's going to work. And then we want to return string handler dot string pages dot get name dot oh, that's because I'm okay. I should use p dot get name. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a method here. This getPage method is not going to work very well for this type of thing when it's first showing. So I'm going to do public array list string get first page. And we'll do if pages pages equals 0, return array, we'll return strings. So pretty much if there are no pages, because it didn't require any pages, it will just return the normal strings. And else if pages is greater than or equal to 1, it will return page string list dot get 1. Else, because we have to have this, return null, because that's obviously a problem. If it does not seem to, if this doesn't seem to work, that's obviously, a problem anyway. So yeah, that should be fine if pages is greater than or equal to 1, and if pages is equal to 0, just return that. Alright, so get first page, very simple method. Dot get first page, and then for the actual command, string handler dot parse basic string list player handler get player ins. Alright, awesome. Now let me just double check this a bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and test it. Alright, I just manually added more than 10 backups, added 15, and I'm going to go ahead and run the server quickly. And then we will go ahead and join and type in the command show inventories. Alright, so it showed 5 backups. I'm not sure why it only showed 5. Oh, I know why. I didn't, up here. I have to add 15 to both of these. Because it thought that there were only 5, because that was what the number was. Only because I manually added them. Alright, so now it's showing 10 through 15. That is odd. Let's just go through our command quickly, or our thing. Alright, so if argument equals ignore case, show inventory, show ims, if you have permission, if the argument is linked correctly. It parses the basic string list, player handler dot get player inventories player. Let's open that declaration. Player ims equals a new array list. Player data map contains p. Player data file equals player data map dot get p int save number equals player ims dot set 0 no player if that's if the save number equals 0. Else player ims dot add current backups for player, and then for integer I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to save number I plus plus, timestamp equals player dot backup timestamp, and then string name equals p dot get name. If string handler dot string pages dot contains key name, string handler dot string pages dot remove name, string handler dot string pages dot put name new page string player ins 10. So it should split per 10 pages. When it does this, it should strings equals strings and amount per page equals amount per page, and set up hash map max pages. We'll just add debug messages. So messenger.info, and these debug messages just simply, they're really annoying at first, but they're just going to help us out. So max amount of pages. So I'm going to add a bunch of these and I'll be back. I just added a few debug messages there, and now I'm going to export this and test it out. You're going to be used to doing this a lot when you're making your own plugins, and I'm doing this live. Not literally live, like you're not watching me do it live, but I'm doing this without knowing what I'm going to code really. Basic knowledge, but that's it. So, max amount of pages, 1 page added. Okay. So now it's showing 9 of them. Still not showing all of them though. Max amount of pages, 1 page added. I'll think about this for a second, do some coding work, and I'll come back to you. And I was just thinking for a second, and it might be because it saves it in the hash map differently. Like it's actually not even showing this at the end too. So that's my phone again. But yeah, this is very interesting because it gets the page. I'll do some more thinking. Okay, I figured it out. It was actually a stupid mistake I made. What you want to do down here where it says if amount per page equals the this part here. You want to actually create a new array list. So right here where it was page string list dot put, and then we put temp strings. You want to put page string list dot put new array list string, and then we want to get it, and then we want to add all for the temp strings. So pretty much every time it creates a new instantiation of the array list. It took me so long to figure that out. Sometimes the simplest things can make you spend a long time trying to figure it out, but they also learn you some too, that you don't make the mistakes anymore. So yep, pretty much what was going wrong is the temp strings, of course, instantiation was attached to the array list. So once we cleared it, it wasn't like a new instantiation of the array list. So yeah, so we fixed that, and now if once we already compiled it because I was doing a bunch of debugging. Once we go on now, we can do IB show inventories, and it shows all the inventories, and then page 1 out of 3. I also added a bunch of debug messages I'm going to get rid of. As you can see, oops, no, I want to just get rid of the debug message. This is kind of how I debug. I just complete and utter debug. So I can just get rid of all these messenger.info, get rid of that, and we're good. Okay. So now we want to go to our command handler, which is in our listeners, in command listener. One thing I actually was trying to, I just realized is we want to, if you type in any command, and this is something we probably should have done day one. If you type in any command like IB without any arguments, it'll of course have a null exception because that's, or an argument exception. It was a stupid mistake on my part, but pretty much what we do is if args.length is equal to 1. Let me do this whole thing. A second. If args.length, sorry, I did equals 1 instead of equals 1. So down here, if the argument is not equal to more than one argument, well, actually, we're gonna do more than one. We're gonna do that. So if it is greater than or equal to 1, and then down here we'll do just a to-do statement. Alright, so now if we were to test this out, put it in InvBackup and run the server. Now when we enter any command, it won't have an error when we don't have any arguments, but we can still do like showing any other arguments. And now we're going to add the page system. So that says page 1 out of 3, which is cool. So now what we want to do is, if we go to the page string, let's add another thing here. So page is, oh, I actually want to get rid of that. Get rid of that too. These are all debug messages you won't have. What I did actually is I did page string list dot I made it a string. I don't know why I did that. I was testing out everything, so you don't really have to do this, but mine is string now, so I did page 1 and page 2. It doesn't, you don't need to do that at all. I was just doing that. I did actually did a bunch of stuff on this script, so I'm gonna actually post this on Pastebin quickly, because you may have null exceptions kind of where I worked on a bunch of debug stuff, so things can go wrong. But if you are messed up, you can go ahead and pause the video now, or 1 sec, submit. Actually, and that's the code. It's capital P, lowercase q, lowercase d, lowercase h, lowercase g, uppercase b, uppercase m, and then lowercase c. That's just if you're having errors, because there are some things I could have forgot to include. But yeah, there you go. And then what I want to do is in our inv command listener here, if argument equals ignore case page, and if the argument dot length is 2, we're going to want to add another if statement. If string handler dot string pages contains key. I think we did, what did we do? We did string page string. I think the string was the player name, wasn't it? Get name. So this is if the player does not have a page string. I'll just put that for now. Probably change it later. So then we can do if the string handler.string pages does contain the key, we can get the page string. Well, actually, we could just simply do what argument are we getting? Let's see. The first argument is after the command, so 0. Yeah, and that would be page. And then the argument after that 1 would be the page name, so the page number. So let's do string handler dot string pages dot get. It's gonna be a long thing. P.get name dot get page maybe to make it easier for us, in the page string I'll add another method that's kind of the same, or it calls the string handler message, the parse basic string list. Well, no, I won't do that. I'll just simply do so p.get name dot get page, and we'll do args 1. And then we'll do, back here we'll do p.send, or no, we'll do string handler dot parse, or no, not parse string colors, we want to do string handler dot parse basic string list, and the string list is this. We're sending it to player key. I want to do integer dot parse int. On a second. Here we have this get page into page. Down here we'll also add get page string page, just for now, and we'll do if page dot contains page return page string list dot get page else. So this is if it is actually an integer just disguised as a string. Parse int page. We'll do parse page string list dot get. This time we're doing page plus page number. Alright, so then back here we can do get page args1, and it will work because we have two different types here, one for integer and one for string, just because. So this will parse a basic string list of the page that we're trying to get. If string handler.string pages.contains key. We actually want to do also if the end of this, you also want to do end string or end. No, I think we'd have to do another if statement. So if string handler dot string pages dot get p dot get name dot get page, or no, we'll do dot no dot I do contains, or no, I have to do dot I'll just create another method in page string and call it public boolean contains page int page for now. Well, actually, we'll do string page. Page string list dot contains key page. Actually, we'll do if first we'll do if page dot contains page. Just tab this in a bit. Else, and do the same stuff we did over here. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. So, issue.parseInt page, and then, what are we doing? If, so, return, and well, I think it returns a boolean anyway, so we'll do page string list dot contains key page, or no, it'd be page plus page, or plus number. So pretty much if page is a string, in this case, return page string list dot contains key page. Alright, so now we can simply go back here, and if string handler dot string pages dot get p dot get name dot contains page args1. I guess I have to do a null check. Hold on a second. So if and then at the end here we'll do alright, there we go. So we inserted a null check. No longer need that. So pretty much if the string handler.stringpages.get does not equal null, and string handler.stringpages.get name.contains key argument, the page, string handler.parse basic string list, string handler.string get page args1. Okay, so let's try this out now. Let's just export this. This is a long episode. We did quite a lot this episode though, so it's probably going to end very soon. I like making bigger episodes than making small episodes that get uploaded all the time, because whenever I watch any coding channels, where I used to watch some, I still do watch some, but not anything to do with Minecraft anymore. But when I did, I hated it when their videos were so short. So now if we do show inventories area 50, there's the current inventories, and we can do IV V2, then go to page 2, and then page 3, and then page 4 does not exist, so just doesn't do anything. And then we don't do page 1, we go back there, you also use page, and just kind of flip through the pages, like that, which is cool. So, you accomplished quite a lot this episode, that's kind of awesome. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.